Hello, beer supers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hops. Today, checking out another beer that I got from Beer Dome. So thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. It's a great web shop based in the Netherlands, and they have a huge selection of craft beer and get a lot of American stuff. And we're checking out some American stuff today. They actually had some crazy hype releases lately. Side project, which is nuts. Yeah, it's crazy also that even makes it to Europe these days. But we're checking out a brewery that's new to me. This is from the States, as I said. This is from Sapwood Cellars, and this is their Könventional, their interpretation of a Kölsch. So actually, Ronald from Beer Dome said I should try this one because he thought it would be to my liking, along with a couple other lagers in a box I got a little while back. This has been sitting in the fridge since, so it's still been kept cold and whatnot. But it's a 5% Kölsch, their interpretation of a Kölsch, Mike and Scott. I guess that's the brewers. It's a brewery based in Columbia, Maryland. MD, I think that's Maryland. So new brewery to me, looking forward to be trying this. And I love this little note here, or just like detail. The label, I didn't notice that in the beginning. It just looked like smeared things. But it's actually, I think it's the Kölner Dome, the cathedral in Cologne, which is a huge landmark and a big tourist attraction in Cologne. I've been to Cologne. I even have a little Cologne beer tour. The best Kölsch in Cologne is from Pafkin, by the way, if you want to drink Kölsch in Cologne. But this interpretation here is to say we did our best to stick with tradition and do a traditional Kölsch. So it's made with 100% German ingredients, other than the water, which is American. So they used Pilsner malt, Vienna malt, and chit malt to combine for a clean, crisp, grassy malt flavor. A small addition of Hallertau Mittelfrüh brings the classic spicy flavors of this noblest of hops. So Mittelfrüh, one of my all-time favorite German hops, and then Pilsner, Vienna, and chit. Should be nice. Kölsch can be really nice. They are very similar to Pilsners, but they just have a little bit more of character from the yeast, but it's super light. It's like blind. I think a lot of people would confuse a Kölsch and a Pilsner. So, but let's check it out. I should have had a small Kölsch glass with this. Slightly hazy color, and that's also one of the things with at least some of the Kölsch yeast I've worked with. They take a long time to drop, a very long time. So there is a bit of haze to it, but it's a pin bright yellow color. It looks really nice in the glass, and it's got a white head that poured out frothy when I popped the can or cracked the can. Let's check out the aroma. It looks very nice. That smells as authentic as it gets. Hats off just by smelling the aroma or smelling the beer. It is like crackery, doughy, bready and malty with soft undercurrents of grassy, citric hops. It smells really good. Peppery too, spicy, as they say themselves. Just and super clean. Actually, you would confuse this with like Helles, Dortmund Export, Pils. Like a lot of these, like if you are not really geeking, they can be really hard to distinguish. Pilsners you can often, especially if they're North German, but like a Southern German Pilsner, a Helles, and a Kölsch, and a Dortmund Export. You need to be really good to distinguish them because the flavor differences are subtle. Like smelling this, I could think like, oh, that smells like a great Pils. It smells awesome. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. Bam. That is one of the best interpretations of a Kölsch I've had outside of Cologne. Holy crap. That is really good and so dead on. And this is my first experience with the brewery. I need to try more from Sapwood Cellars. Highly effervescent, drying, loads of malt, vibrant malt flavor and hop flavor. Or loads. It is forward, but it's not like so much that it's like too much. like, and becomes like a modern craft interpretation. Because a lot of modern craft, like pilsners and stuff, they are a bit more hoppy than the classic counterparts. Here you taste both malts and hops, and it has more like yeast character than a classic lager. It has like a little bit of a soft, gentle, bright fruitiness, almost like pears or something like that. Which is the Kölsch yeast. It has just a little bit more character. It's not, depending on the Kölsch yeast, of course, as well. It depends on what yeast you use. There's just a little more going on. It's not like as clinically clean as you can get with some lager yeast. That is fantastic. So fluffy. I love the high carbonation as well. It makes it really refreshing. Very crackery and doughy kind of malt character. Really crackery. And then it transforms into like this doughy chewiness, like almost like chewing on a dough ball or something like that. It sounds bad, but that's like the associations you get. It's like a bit of both. Often, like you can get just with Pilsner malt, this malt that can be very crackery, and then you kind of layer like this, and then you get more malt character, more flavors. Also, almost like a little bit of a wheat biscuit or something like that. But very light, soft white bread flavor. Like it's all the white breads, Wonder Bread, all all this stuff. Pair it with a very nice dosing of modern of Hallertau Mittelfrüh hops, which is often to me a bit more floral than it is in this case, but there's definitely some of that floral citric aspect. But I'm also getting loads of pepper and spice. And I wonder if that's due to the amount or the combination with the yeast or what it is. But this is dope Kölsch. This is called conventional, but it's not just conventional or conventional. This is just a really well-made interpretation of Kölsch. One of the best craft interpretations I think I've had of the style, where it's a touch, maybe a touch more vibrant, but not too much. Like it's not like bombastic, which is really nice. Like it still tastes and drinks like what you'd be served in Cologne. Really dope. I need to try more Sapwood because this is what a start. I love it when the American brewers nail these classic styles like this. Like this just shows the scope of the American beer scene. Like the European is also great, but there's still a lot of things that European brewers don't nail to the same extent as Americans. And then Americans come and then they just nail what we do over here. Well, that's just how it is. But this is dope. Grade 92, 93. Really dope Kölsch. Hats off. This is such a great interpretation of the style and just to a T. Lovely. So if you guys had a chance to try Sapwood Cellars Könventional, let me know what you thought of it. Fantastic Kölsch. If you've never had a Kölsch, go get some. It can be a bit hard to find, but you can find it online. But if you want to try the best Kölsch in Cologne, which is Pefken, you need to go to the brewery because they do not do any bottling. Otherwise, there's loads. And I think one of the most popular is Gaffel, but there's Mühlen, there's so many. Too many to remember in one video. But yeah, if you guys had this one, let me know what you thought of it. As always, comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer as well. Check them out. Link for their web shop is down below. And I'm going to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.